All right, welcome everyone to another edition of Deconversion Stories. Today, we have the pleasure of having this gentleman right here, Mr. Steve Ghikadis, on the show. Steve and I have known each other a little bit longer than the BajaCon thing, but that's where we actually met in person, and it was a great time had by all at the BajaCon. Steve is the author of this book here called Humanism From The Heart, which I got a wonderful autographed copy of. Yeah, look at that right there. Doesn't get much better than that. And yeah, and also he, believe it or not, he was once the mayor of Hell, Michigan, is it right?
Yeah, that's right.
And you do work with Recovering from Religion and also Humanism Canada. You're one of the coordinators, I guess, for them. Or tell us in your words what you kind of do for them, actually.
Yeah, for sure. So I was a previous podcast host for them, but I haven't really done that in a bit because I've been too busy. But I'm the chapter coordinator. So if anyone's willing to set up a chapter in Canada anywhere, I'm kind of the go-to guy. But I have the first chapter down in Windsor, and that's where it got started. So.
Right. And you can actually check out all that stuff in the description box below, or all the links for all the stuff that Steve is involved with, including links to the book on Amazon.ca, where you can also find the audio version, which I downloaded too. And you can get yourself a copy. It won't be signed like mine, but oh well. Anyways,
first of all, not bragging or nothing, but
yeah. I actually have signed a few of them and sent them around the world. There's like somebody who wanted one in Belgium. I had to send it to Belgium, and it was kind of a weird experience. I sent it on a boat, so I mean, whatever. Gets there one way or another.
Your book went on a Belgium cruise. Okay, I got it.
That's right. Yeah. It went to Europe before I did.
It's called a book tour, Neil.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's going to be on that shelf for a long time. So do a little tour first, see some sights, and then land on the shelf after being thoroughly dog-eared.
All right. Thoroughly dog-eared, and after playing hours of shuffleboard on deck, right?
If anyone read it on board, they'd probably tossed it over the side.
Well, you were saying earlier that you've been getting a little kickback from hardcore atheists that you weren't harsh enough in the book. Can you explain to us like why this sort of thing happened?
Yeah, well, I guess the story kind of came about because I'm married to a Christian. So and I can get into the whole story about how this happened and everything, but basically my wife and I grew up as an atheist, didn't really care one way or another about religion. But I've got like some interaction stories about religion throughout my childhood, which kind of made me even more convinced that it's not real. And then when I met my wife, she was a Christian, but it wasn't really like in your face Christian. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I can go to church with her and all this stuff. And yeah, for sure. So we were going to church together, and her family, amazing people and everything. But, the minister was calling my house and trying to sign us up for things. Her parents were saying, how much they love that she met someone who believed the exact same thing she does and all this stuff. And I felt like a wolf in sheep's clothing. So basically I was like, I kind of lashed out at everybody and, ridiculed people's beliefs and were really putting them down and went through a really bad, angry atheist stage.
Yeah.
And then I discovered someone by the likes of Anthony Magnabosco.
No.
Street epistemology, having these cordial conversations. So I'm like, wow, this is amazing. This guy can do this and actually get along with people and, find those ways to build bridges. So I reached out to him, and he's like, yeah, you can start doing these chats with people, we can practice online if you want to chat with me. And we really hit it off and had like a really cool relationship for about 6 years. And during that 6-year period, he really, influenced me in ways of the street epistemology arts. And at the same time, I was also discovered Dale McGowan, who has a book called In Faith and in Doubt. And it talks about people having strong interfaith relationships. And I'm like, this is really cool. This is something I could actually do. And then once I get to the point where I've made it work, maybe I can write a book and help the next generation of people who are going through the same type of struggles. So the book, it's called Humanism From The Heart because it's basically, it's all the things that I've kind of picked up about what humanism is. And it's kind of like brought out from, the love that I have between me and my family. And the same thing with, the building bridges beyond belief. I just thought it was cool alliteration, and it goes along with the beyond belief stuff. But basically, I get a lot of pushback from atheists and even the publishing company that I tried to initially go with. They're like, you know what, like this is like an atheism book. Don't you want this to be like harsh towards religion? Like, shouldn't we change the name to something like, Humanism from the knife or something? And I'm like, no, like, I'm just gonna, find a publishing company
atheism.
yeah, find a publishing company that's gonna, let me have my vision and whatever. But yeah, so I get a little bit of pushback from that. I do get pushback from religious people too, so it's really funny. And I actually just got.
You're damned if you do, and you're damned. If
you don't. You are, and it's really funny. I got a really nasty email from someone, and it says, "What are you, a FAGOT, right?"
Yeah.
And then it says, and then it says, "Dear that word, are you trying to kiss me, boy? You think that being nice is going to change the world? LOL. You probably don't even have a family or friends. Friends isn't spelled correctly. Just GAY." Yeah, GAY lovers that you think that you can change people's minds with flowers. Shit, laugh out loud. I thought that was hilarious. Those are the kind of emails I get from the loving people.
Let me ask Neil a question. Hey, Neil, have you ever sent somebody an email full of such homoerotic imagery before?
Can't say I have.
It's weird. The people who hate homosexuals always use the most graphic imagery. It's almost like they had the picture in their mind already, and then they just use that to paint their words with. It's very telling, is what it is. But I
call
hope
them closeted.
I hope he comes out soon. And hey, we're still not going to care when you come out.
No.
We still don't care.
We'll embrace them at that. We'll embrace them at that point. You know what I mean? So
we'll be looking around like, "Can I come in?" We're like, "Yeah, stupid. Are you done?" Like,
yeah. Yeah, it's like, when you hold someone's head out and they just like start swinging and you can't reach you. Yeah.
Yeah, short arms as he just swings his arms shortly.
That's good.
Erotic porn. Yay.
The best kind.
I never just go up to someone like, "Hey, you're really bending me over." It's like, that's very specific kind of like.
This too well, I think.
Yeah, pulling my ponytail and calling me. It's like, did we interrupt something? Did you copy paste the wrong part? Maybe.
Sounds like it could be like a Key and Peele skit or something.
Yeah.
Trying to make each other crack.
Yeah,
God, that show is impossible to watch.
Dueling Hats. Dueling Hats was the best one.
With the lady sewing the hat.
Tuck it in. I'm tucking it. So good.
Yeah. God, that's so good. Anyway, we got off on the wrong foot. What flavor of religion were you?
So I was baptized Anglican. But like I said, I didn't really believe anything right from day one. I would go and sit in church and be like, yeah, this stuff doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I had lots of friends that were religious when I was younger. And there was a guy by the name of Robert, and him and I were like really big into like horror movies and like specifically the Leprechaun movies. Boy. He was Baptist.
Is that Warwick
and I would
Davis?
go to Warwick Davis. Yeah. That he does the face like, I'm the leprechaun, like Mike Myers will do in Wayne's World, in Bugs Garth with it. But basically, we went to his church a few times, and they were very like, hell and brimstone, fire and brimstone stuff. And they were like, here's a candle, make sure it stays with you at all times or Satan's going to get you. And I accidentally left the candle after Sunday school one time. I left it on the floor right in the middle of the Noah's Ark mosaic rug. And I'm like, you know what? They probably quarantined that place. They were probably like, oh shit, this candle's on the loose. Satan's out here.
The demons running around.
Yeah. And then he asked me.
It was like Constantine when Homegirl was up on like the 10th floor. Where's the medallion I gave you? Just through the wall.
He's always Neo. I love it.
Yes. Always asking questions.
Yeah. But yeah, so we went. Robert asked me if I wanted to go to camp with him. I'm like, sure. Yeah, I kind of want to see what this is like on like a full scale, overnight type thing.
Like a biblical camp.
Yeah, like a Bible camp. And I think it was, I don't know. It was more like a summer camp. It was more like let's go and do some fun things, but also get the Jesus in you, right?
So you got to like kayaking and shit. Like
kayaking,
okay.
fires, all that stuff. And
it is fun though.
Yeah. So Robert and I were playing Leprechaun. That was like the game that we were playing on the grounds of this campground. And we got pulled into like the pastor's office, and he's like, "You guys are playing a devil's game." And we're like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He's like, "It's a devil's game, you know?" And yeah, and we're like, "It's a movie, it's a, you know, whatever." And he goes, "No, I don't want to see that anymore. Never again, blah, blah, blah." And they put us under the care of this guy who was supposed to like kind of take us around and make sure we weren't getting into mischief, whatever. But he'd like grab the back of my neck and like squeeze it and stuff and like be like, "Hey, buddy," you know, that kind of weird stuff.
Ew.
And yeah, so we dipped out, got out of there, and then yeah, exactly, and started playing the game again. And then, so, you know, we enacted out all these death scenes, whatever. And then eventually I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm killing the leprechaun." And I destroyed the leprechaun. So we got called back into the office. And then he's like, "You know, I'm really disappointed in you guys." And I'm like, "Why? God should be happy. We killed off a demon.
We had to kill him off."
You know, we killed off a demon here. You should be happy about this." But yeah. And it was an experience, you know, but no, I never really bought into it. And I just, anytime I did something with a religious group, I always felt like, okay, this is totally not reality here. Like, it never really, you know, clicked with me. And it wasn't until I joined the Masonic Lodge, because my grandfather, he always wanted me to be a Mason because he was a Mason. And, you know, I never realized how like overtly religious it was, because it was always like, you need to believe in a higher power. So I'm like, I guess when I walk under power lines, I can say I believe in a higher power. It's higher than me, right? And so they let me in, and it was very religious. You walk through the front door, and they put a bag over your head, and they have like a sword to your heart, and they're like, "How do you come?" And someone says in your ear, "In peace." So I'm like, "In peace?" It's like, "Okay, cool." Pulls the sword away, brings you to this altar, kneels you down, pulls the thing off.
Bit. So, you know, I mean, it's not. You know, never mind. I misunderstood you.
I usually don't control it.
Yeah. And Hell's Bells has heard this story. She's saying on there, I was on her show and told this story too. But basically, you get kneeled down at this altar. They kneel you down at this altar, and they pull the bag off your head, and they say, "Who do you put your trust in?" And someone whispers in your ear, "In God." And I went, "In God?" Like, question mark. And they're like, "Hey, hail God," whatever, right? And they did this whole thing.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Yeah. And it was like the Stonecutters from The Simpsons, you know, with the you know, I was just kind of flabbergasted, but I was like, you know what, this is so cool. I get to learn biblical stories, you know, from a different perspective. So I was, you know, stayed as a member for like 3 or 4 years, became a Master Mason, and at the same time was meeting my wife. And that's when, you know, going to church with her and saying like, you know, maybe there is something to this, because, you know, we met and she's going to church, and then this is about church. I'm like, yeah, maybe there's something out there or whatever. And, you know, it turns out no, but you know, you go along with it, and eventually got angry, got fixed myself, and then, you know, wrote a book about getting along with people and providing, you know, help to people in interfaith relationships, raising kids in an interfaith household, you know, and allowing our kids to make their own choices and choose their own path. So.
Would you say that like learning how to control the whole earth because you're a Mason, like, was that in like the introductory week? Just for the conspiracy theorists out there, you know, they're probably like hanging on everyone like, "Oh, he's going to reveal the secret." So they're probably just like want to know, did they train you on like how to conquer the earth and the like?
They mostly just kind of taught us on how the women are supposed to make the sandwiches for the men, and that kind of weird stuff. And eventually, you know, they say, "Well, why don't you join the next level, which is like the Scottish Rite or whatever." So you get up to the different levels and stuff. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then they're like, "Yeah, you're going to learn the secret name of God." And I'm like, "Oh, he has a secret name too?" I'm like, yeah.
That seems
anyway, it was just, and then they started arguing over who had the secret name of God and who was going to be saved and all this stuff. And it just got to be kind of wacky. So
politics.
I heard it was Stuart.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's Steve, you know.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
Our Lord and Savior, Steve, and his son Jesus.
And it could be that little gopher that you see on everything with the name tag that says Steve.
Steve
was
just said, "Hello,
my name is," with God crossed out, and just put Steve.
Yeah.
Here's God, Steve, our single father who is raising Jesus, and he was persecuted, and we're here to talk about that today.
Yeah.
So you were saying that you're introduced to religion very young or whatever, but you never really believed, which sounds quite similar to my own ordeal that I went through. But were people really trying to turn you into like
Um,
how did your family react to, or did they even know? Did you talk about that much, or like how do they react to that kind of thing?
Yeah. So my grandfather, who was a Mason, he died when I was 6, but he was very much a free thinker. Like he would
Okay.
basically say, "We live heaven and hell on earth," and that would be like his motto, right? So it's like, if you're treating people like shit, you're basically going to be living in hell because you're going to be rejected and whatever. It's kind of like the karma thing, right? But just from a more natural perspective. And he would say, if you're treating people with kindness and generosity, whatever, then you're going to live your heaven here because you're going to be making a lot of money. You're going to be making some friends. You can help out people when they need it and that type of thing. And my grandmother was a Catholic, but just not like a practicing Catholic. But she would say things to me all the time about, like, oh, Jesus is in heaven, whatever. And I'd say, okay, so Jesus Christ, because I love swearing, right? And I would say things like that. And she'd be like, oh, yeah, Jesus. Like, yeah, Jesus Christ, right? And like, and it's really funny. Like I would use it as a way
sneaking it in.
Yeah, sneaking it in. But I made her promise. I said, like, I'm like, don't die until, and this is, I was a kid. I was like, don't die until I have my kids. And you can see me grow up. And she goes, okay, I'll promise. And she actually kept her promise. She just died a couple of years ago. But she was a really nice woman. Never really pushed any of her religious beliefs on us. Just kind of like, told us what she believed, but never really pushed it. And on my dad's side, they were Greek. Like my dad's dad was Greek, but not like Greek Orthodox. Just didn't care about religion. And his mom was like English and French, and again, didn't really care about religion. So I didn't really have a lot of grandparent pressure, which is, I feel like a lot of the religious pressure usually comes from like grandparents, like the higher generation.
Yeah,
I feel like, or an older generation.
Common for sure.
Yeah. So I never really had that. And then my mom, she had a lot of like paranoia during like the first Gulf War, thinking like the world was going to end, but not in like a religious sense, just more like, okay, the world's fucked up and this is the way things are. So she started looking for something that was like, to keep herself sane. So she started going to like the Anglican church, and that's why I was baptized Anglican, but really she didn't really attend that often. And she only went like, here and there. And then my dad later on in life, he kind of went through a lot of issues with substance abuse and stuff like that, and got saved in treatment, and then kind of went like the opposite direction, like really evangelical, which then kind of pushed me further away from it too, because then he's like telling me all about this stuff and taking us to church, and it was like very evangelical and forcing us to do things and making us do things, and I'm like, this is the furthest thing from what I want to do or want to be, right? And then later on, like I never really had like, I guess it was like pressure, but it kind of had the opposite effect, if anything, from like my dad's side. But yeah, none of the other familial pressure at all. Just kind of like when I met my wife later on in life, this is like quite a long time after, right? I was like 23 when I met my wife, and all this other stuff had happened up until I was about 8 years old. So there was a period from like 8 years old till 23.
Yeah. When you say you were 23 when you met your wife, did you just walk up and go, "Hi, are you my wife?"
Yeah, pretty much. So the funny thing is
that works. That literally works.
No, seriously though. So what happened was that I was at a friend's party, and it was a birthday party, and I saw her coming down the stairs, and she was at a placement. She's a pharmacist, so she was at a placement and school at a pharmacy in the town that I grew up in. And I saw her walking down the stairs, and she was wearing like these work boots, and I'm like, well, that's kind of odd but cool. And she comes up, and I'm like, she's
what
really
you
cute.
Got them boots on for?
Yeah, those boots are made for walking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so it was a birthday party. There was an ice cream cake, and they were singing happy birthday, and as soon as they said like blow out the candles, and then the guy blew out the candles, I grabbed a piece of ice cream cake and I smushed it against her face, and I never said any words to her. I just did that. And she kind of stared at me like, what the fuck, right?
Hell is wrong? And I'm going to have to murder this man in front of everybody.
Yeah, pretty much, right? So, and then I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And I started eating the cake off of her face. And then I'm like, okay, she's not really taking it that well because she hasn't said anything yet. I'm just going to go upstairs. So I went upstairs. I turn around, and she's right behind me.
With a knife.
And we just, yeah.
A cake knife. No.
She was like, oh yeah, and then we had like a lot in common. So we just like started chatting about like, what we want to see in the future, and how many kids we want to have and our families and stuff like that. It was like really cool. We kind of hit it off. And then, we all went out to the bar that night, and I'm always the DD because I don't drink that often, if at all. And so I was dropping people off here and there, and I was like making sure she was the last one to be dropped off. And then I'm like, hey, I want to hang out again sometime. She's like, yeah, me too. And I'm like, can I get your number? She's like, yeah. So I got her number. And I think I like texted her like the next morning at like 8 a.m. or something like that. I'm like, hey, you want to hang out today? And then she's like, I'm skiing with some friends. So I'm like, oh, okay, she's blowing me off here. Like, this is the last time I'm going to see her. And she texted me back maybe an hour later and said, but I'm free Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And we hung out every single night.
Answer.
Yeah. So that was cool. So yeah, basically, yeah, 23, it was just like bam, bam, bam. And then by 30, I had a house and one child already by that time. So married, house, child.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you were just living your best life, not trying to be, in the way. She got in the way of the cake, and she's pretty much shoehorned her way into your life against your will. My wife has done the same thing. The same precise thing. She just wouldn't mind her own goddamn business, started being annoying.
Women, am I right?
What are you going to do?
Wish I could share a story with you guys that was similar, but my only experience in marriage turned out after 3 months, I found out she was doing other guys in cocaine. So I pretty much ended that. So
yeah, there's the bad ones too.
Yeah. And by the way, Steve, I'm a huge fan of ice cream cake. So if you ever have some and I'm around, you can smush it in my face anytime you want.
Okay, let's do it.
And I'll be like,
it's a date. We'll go to the DQ,
Oh yeah.
You try to smash the cake. Neil's got a spoon ready. Like, thank you.
A little squeegee just to get it off right in the mouth.
Yeah.
Did you have that kit with you this whole time? I sure did.
You never know when something like this is going to happen.
I heard that there would be cake, and I knew that I could profit from this.
And Helen's like, I'll film it.
Cake him.
Our rehearsal dinner the night before our wedding, we did it at this restaurant and all that stuff. And she brought me up and she's like, my husband or my fiance is an amazing person and blah blah blah, whatever. Not knowing behind her, she had an ice cream cake, and then boom, right in my face, I got it. Yeah, I got it back.
Oh boy,
the sabotage.
Yeah. So,
but I didn't trust anybody. You can't trust. See, that's how they get.
It's often served cold or something like that.
I guess so. Yeah.
Oh, the ice cream cake. I get it now.
Yeah. That's double entendre, triple entendre, whatever. Yeah.
Either she's a rapper or a supervillain.
There we go.
One of these two things is true. I mean,
well, she grew up close to Detroit, so maybe the Eminem.
Maybe both. Then maybe she's part of Slaughterhouse with Eminem and Royce the 5'9" and them
and Joe Budden.
Yeah. The whole Crooked Eye, the whole crew.
Yeah,
man. So did you ever get kind of like, I don't believe in Christianity or Anglican or Catholicism. Like, I'm done with that. But this Zoroastrian or this Eastern religion, or was there anything else that kind of
any other belief systems tickle your fancy? Is that
anything get picked up on the radar?
Yeah, tons. So like we were talking about beforehand, I have a bit of a background in Greek. That's the last name and body hair are Greek. Nothing else about me, but I was really interested in Greek mythology. So I even would go out into the woods when I was like 10, 11 years old and be like, Zeus, if you're real, hit me with lightning. And luckily for everybody
don't
here,
say that. What if he was real? Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, then yeah.
Zeus, if you're real, give me $100. Yeah, give me my own lightning bolt to throw at our enemies.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, we got the lightning shit going on right now. So
there you go. So see, Zeus is real.
You'll hear the sound, and
Zeus
could be Thor.
Zeus is in town.
No, that's true.
Zeus has got a residency in BC for the next couple of days.
But yeah, so like, I took like comparative religions and things like that in university because I'm super interested in it. And I was super interested in like why people believe what they believe, like the epistemology behind it. And I just thought that stuff was really cool all throughout my life. And then when I met my wife and I was going through the Masonic Lodge, and like I said, I was kind of like, oh, maybe there's something to this. I started like looking into Christianity a bit further and be like, hey, maybe I maybe I should get confirmed in like one of these churches or something, just to, fit in with the family, be part of that. And I feel like that happens a lot. And I kind of mentioned that in my book too. It's like kind of you go with the flow and you pretend to believe it, kind of like the fake it till you make it kind of thing. I just could never make it. I just was like, this stuff, like, it really doesn't make any sense. We went to this like mega church at one point because
oh boy,
she was like, I want to try something different. This church apparently has music and stuff like that. And then we went, and it was like and I've taken drama classes my entire life, so I know like the pastor's doing all these like things from like drama class. I'm like, he's using his hands, he's doing like this thing, and moving things around, making his voice go up and down, and doing like cadence and all that stuff. And he starts talking about Jonah.
My brother Stephen has been listening to the message. The message is being received today. My brother Stephen.
Yeah. And it was like that. And then the guy was talking about Jonah being in the belly of a fish and whatever. And I'm like, this stuff just doesn't make any sense, and it just never stuck. I couldn't do it. Couldn't pretend, right? I couldn't just keep pretending, because I was like a wolf in sheep's clothing. I feel like, all these people around me, and like, how many people do you think are actually sitting in the pews and actually believing? I feel like there's tons of people that are probably in the same boat, right? A lot of family pressure, a lot of like fitting in with the culture, fitting in with like, your group of people who are going to take care of you if anything happens, that kind of thing. Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's Sunday. Where else am I supposed to go?
Yeah.
Everything's closed. Yeah. Football hasn't started yet. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I gotta go to church.
And then like, during the pandemic, I was kind of off work for a bit, and I'm like, well, I've been hearing about recovering from religion all through like the ACA and all that, right? So I'm like, maybe I'll submit an application. So I put in an application, went through the self-paced training, went on one-on-one training with like my trainer, and started taking calls and chats. And I'm like, okay, I'm hooked, because these people are calling in and they're like, venting about their frustrations and deconstructing right in front of my eyes. I'm like, this is where I need to be, right? And the first person who I ever spoke to actually was someone who was disabled, and they weren't able to get out of their house, and they were stuck in a conservative Christian home.
Ouch.
And it was like, okay, I need to provide this person with resources to like have a community outside of their home that they can get to, even virtually, right? Just somewhere to get escape from. And that was like, I'm hooked at this point, right? Like I was able to get this person to the point where then they could even create like a show on YouTube and, and help other people in the future. So I got hooked. Yeah, there we go. The sticker. Yeah, that's awesome. And, so then I was working with another guy by the name of John in RFR, and Todd was our helpline director, but he ended up retiring because he had done this for so long. And Todd is a guy who was doing 16 different jobs. So then we needed like 4 people to do his job. So then me and John were like, we're going to take over the online community portion, which is like where people can go to like get continued support throughout their deconversion journey or whatever journey they're on, right? Because one of the biggest things with recovering from religion is we don't deconvert anyone. That's not our job. We're just there to be like an ear to listen and a shoulder to cry on, right? And provide resources. And then also provide professional services if they need that through the Secular Therapy Project.
Correct. Yes.
Seculartherapy.org. But yeah, so basically me and John decided, okay, we're going to take on the online community. And then we built like a library of resources and stuff like that. And then we ended up passing that on. And then I became the ambassador program director because I went and did BajaCon for the very first time, probably 2022. And then I got hooked on that. So I'm like, okay, now I want to start training people to be able to go out and do events and speak on recovery.
Yeah, I've been to the last 2 anyways.
Yeah. So I wasn't even there the last year, which I would have got to meet you in person then, but I wasn't there on that one because I was on my anniversary cruise for our 10-year anniversary because that happens to
it's more important.
So my wife would say that, yeah, it's more important. But yeah, no, it was fun. We took the kids on a cruise for our 10th anniversary, and it was really cool. But we missed out on BajaCon that year. This year, she had to be the one to give me up for that.
And I'm glad she did because I got to meet you like in person and stuff, and we hung out for a bit and did some stuff, and that cruise was kind of cool and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
hopefully next year I can convince this guy to come up.
You should. It's not that far, right?
It's not a problem of getting there. It's the getting back that might be a problem.
Yeah, that's the way things are right now. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, I just want to do a quick housekeeping note. There is a fruit fly in my face.
They're
Check
tasty.
that out. Check that out. Look at those cool emotes. Those are over on the Twitch page. It's in the chat. Go to twitch.tv/604atheist and make sure you're subscribed to the Twitch channel just to make sure, because it's been a while.
Yeah.
Just want to remind you guys, there is a Twitch.
And you can get 0 emotes.
Yes.
And I mean, that's the name of the little pooch that's in the picture.
You sleep down here. Like,
Pick him up. Pick him up.
Oh yeah, wake him up. That's not a good idea.
no, he just farts.
Oh yeah. Well,
You pick him
I'm
up and he's like
hoping,
what's that? What's the bagpipes? He's like a furry bagpipes full of farts. Yeah, you just pick him up and all the farts just depress out of him. It's like, oh, dude, I was trying to like give you a snuggle here. You just
Somebody open a window.
you just smell like eggs. You just
Ew.
you didn't even eat eggs.
I was trying to find like a fart guard or something on my microphone because my wife made lasagna tonight. I'm like, oh, I hope I don't have to find a way to stop the sound from coming this way.
Oh, yeah,
Lasagna is great.
It was so good.
Mm.
Now I'm hungry. Ice cream cake, lasagna. Sounds like a
Oh, yeah.
great dinner to
Oh,
me.
dude, ice cream cake after a big plate of lasagna.
Oh yeah, and Caesar salad. You know, you got to do the Caesar salad.
Oh,
with
hell
the
yeah.
bacon and oh yeah, it's like a complete meal. Yeah.
Yes. Everybody be quiet in the chat. We're gonna just bask in that for a minute. Just
There we
eat
go.
that meal with us.
Just close your eyes and smell that. You know.
The egg farts from my dog. Gotcha. Gotcha.
It sounds like he might be a haggis.
That's good. That is good.
Does haggis bark? It might.
Under the right conditions.
I mean,
Yeah.
have we checked?
Well, the haggis that I've had didn't bark, but you know. That's all right.
Oh, I would never have haggis. I don't think I could ever stomach that. Pun
I got
intended.
it.
Pun intended. I like
might-
it. It wasn't too bad.
I'm gonna start
Yeah.
being more adventurous with my food choices.
No more
Yeah,
Portillo.
right.
It's hard when
Lies.
you live here because we have a lot of
Oh yeah.
good ass standard food, so I don't really have
You
to
do.
venture out of too many. But we tried
of your
Bolivian
comfort
food.
zone.
It was amazing.
Mm.
It was so good. Sorry, Mexican food. Bolivian food
Yeah.
was clowning on your ass when you weren't looking.
So I had Belizean food last year because we went on that
Yes.
cruise and we went to Belize and we were actually.
I'm not wearing my
Well-
shirt. I have also been to Belize.
Belize is amazing.
I love it there
Oh,
so much. It
it's-
is the best place, and everyone speaks English, and it's perfect. And it's like, yay!
Yeah.
Not
And we
American.
took
It's
this.
English.
Yeah, exactly. And we took this bus like all the way out to the jungle. And we're like walking through the jungle. The guy's got a machete. He's chopping down things in front of us. We're going through all these giant like lakes and rivers and stuff. And we get to these tubes.
Did
And
you
we're
go
going
to the-
down this.
Did you go in the
What's that?
cave?
Deport
The cave,
fly.
yeah.
You did the cave tubing?
We did the cave tubing.
I did
And
the
it was-
cave tubing in Belize.
Did you? Oh, did you do it?
Yes!
Oh, did you do it through Butts Up? Like the
No.
company Butts Up? Oh, okay, so this one's called
don't
Butts
know.
Up because
Butts
when you're going
up.
through, they'll go Butts Up, and you have to like do this because they have like the stalactites or stalagmites, whatever it is, under the cave that under the water.
Oh,
that'll,
that's
like,
fun.
hit
It's
you in the
great,
ass
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, and they're like floating in the water with you as they're like going down
Yeah.
these like things and the rapids and
The
everything.
cenotes, which are like
Yeah.
underwater cave filled with
Oh, it's
water.
crazy.
It's so cool, man. Oh, We're gonna
Mhm.
have a good after party.
But-
We're gonna be.
And-
I'm gonna bring up pictures.
Oh, nice, awesome.
Cool.
And my son was like, "Is this place like is this place safe? Is this gonna like crumble, whatever?" And he goes, "Well, we don't really tell people this." But I'm like, "You really had to ask this question?" Like, they always want to ask the crazy questions,
Who cares, man? We're having fun.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
think about it.
And but we had the what are they called? Tamales. It was like Belizean tamales, and oh man, it was so good. And then they had like
That's
the
one of my
bottled
favorite things. is
Coca-Cola, like the ones in the bottle that are like made with
The real sugar.
real shit.
real sugar.
Yeah.
The cane
And it was
sugar?
good.
Is that what they
Yeah,
use?
cane, sugar.
right from the island, right
Mm,
from
Pretty
like the
much the
Caribbean.
same, but
And well, I think it's a little different, but
the
it
high
tastes
fruit-
different.
chemically
hi-
structured, it is almost identical.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's just more of a
But there's
placebo.
impurities in the cane sugar. You can taste the the gloopiness of the drippy sugar versus the efficiency of sweet I'm getting from like the high fructose corn. Like I can bam, sugar. The other one is like, oh, okay, yes, bring it to me.
And I can't rule out if they actually added cocaine or not. I have no idea.
That's not for us to determine.
That's not for us to determine. We don't know, right?
Scientists and theologians alike debate this to this very day.
Until you have like 42 of them, and then you're running down the middle of
They're
the road.
Delicious,
going,
They're delicious, Neil. I could stop drinking them whenever I want.
I'm a Dr. Pepper guy. So,
I love Dr. Pepper too.
Yeah. He got 37 different drugs in his drink.
Or the black cherry cola that we get here at a place called Pop Shop. Oh, fuck.
We get Faygo soda down here because we're right by Detroit, and the ICP, they spray that on their crowds and stuff. So we get that red pop. So.
Yo, that Faygo is like $1.99 for a 3-liter.
Oh yeah, and that thing is like Canada? Pure sugar. I've never had anything that's more pure sugar than that. I think I got diabetes sniffing the lid. You know what I mean?
It's like high fructose corn syrup poured into a glow stick.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a glow stick. That's pretty much what it is. But we were on the bus coming back from Belize and like through the area that we're going through, and then he's like, "Yeah, you see behind that hill there? That's Guatemala." And he starts spitting on the ground, like Guatemala. It was really funny. But it's great down there.
Might go down.
Yes. They hold
stalagmites
tight to the ceiling, and the stalagmites might grow to the ceiling. That's how I
okay. So the stalagmites were up my ass. That's what it was.
Stalagmites might fall from the ceiling, and stalactites are tightly held to the floor.
No.
I think it's the opposite.
Right, and I'm gonna mess it up for everybody's brain forever.
We're not supposed to be a show of misinformation here, Mikey. Come on.
Well, now I know. Going forward, we'll do your rules. Fine. Shaza, you're up late. Thanks for hanging out. I think they're over in the UK.
Oh, there we go. That's awesome. I see Ways to Human is here. Hey, how's it going?
AJ.
Yeah.
Oh, people had a lot of questions about hell. Let me scroll up here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Michigan?
Yeah. It says, here's the first one. So tell us about your time in hell. Is it hot in hell?
Okay, so those are some good questions. I can answer those together. Is there another one, or is that it for those?
I'm scrolling furiously here. I think I went too far.
Okay.
Yeah, but go ahead. I'll see if there's any more.
Yeah, so hell. So basically, I found out that hell is above me. Because basically, if you look at the map, I'm below Detroit. I'm actually south of Detroit. So the whole Journey song, "Don't Stop Believing," born and raised in South Detroit. That's me. That's my area. So I go up into Detroit and then over, and hell is kind of over by Ann Arbor, and it's a beautiful area. So you come around the bend, and then there's beautiful Upper Hell, which is a restaurant that's under construction. There's beautiful
Hell's
Middle
Kitchen?
Hell. Yeah. There's a beautiful Middle Hell, which is just like a novelty shop, and they have some other cool stuff I'll talk about in a sec. And then down below is Lower Hell, and that is a saloon called Hell Saloon, where they have like cool music and everything. So you show up, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is very underwhelming, but at the same time, this is really cool because I'm in hell. And they have this board where it says, "Welcome the mayor of hell," and every day they have a different mayor of hell for $100.
Another friend of mine was a mayor for.
Was that Calvin?
Yeah, Calvin.
Yeah. So Calvin and I live like maybe 45 minutes from each other, which is really cool.
Calvin's gotta have him on for Deconversion's update, actually.
Oh yeah, awesome. I think he was on Godless Engineer show last night, but or he was on the line with Godless Engineer last night.
Oh, that's weird. I saw that come up in my suggestion list.
So he just recently did it.
Couldn't check it out. So that's cool.
Yeah, me too. But he was recently the mayor as well. So anyway, for the mayor thing, you get $100. Your name goes up on the sign, so you get there and it says "Welcome our mayor," and then it'll say Steve Ghikadis, whatever. And you go in, and then they read this like title to you, and it says like you're taking on the title of mayor until someone better comes along, and that type of thing, right? It's really funny. And they put these horns on you, and they give you like this lanyard, flaming lanyard with like a thing that says mayor. Yeah, kind of. But they're more like the just the
goatish.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And so they read you this title, and they give you this bag of stuff. So you get like you get a deed for 1 square inch of hell, which
Hell yeah.
is in like a marshland, which is really cool. And it says, that you own it 1 square inch. It'll never exceed 1 square inch above ground, but it goes down eternally, which is cool.
Ah, that's where you're gonna get them.
Yeah.
That's where you're gonna get them.
And then they give you the gate key to hell, which is actually like a bottle opener, which is actually really cool, but it's a key. And then you get a little bit of dirt, and it's a little bottle, and it says, dirt from hell. And you get a t-shirt that says mayor, and a mug also that says mayor's office. And there's a few other little trinkets and stuff in there as well.
Well, you're the mayor. You need a freaking mug. That's
you need all that stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
So then they say, like, what is it that you want to do? And you can say, like, I'm going to make mini golf half price for the day, or I'm going to do this, or whatever.
That's what I'm
and
talking about.
One of the guys who did it like previously in different years, and this was actually a news article about this, but the guy said everyone in hell has to be gay for a day.
Got him.
So yeah, and then everyone's like, what? But then he actually
Caesar.
Yeah. So anyway, he made everyone gay for a day in hell. So, but the cool thing is that the town is kind of in on it. So it's like everybody that's there will come by and will be, oh, welcome to hell. Oh, there's our mayor, whatever. So I'm walking around, and they have like a mini putt out back, and they have a Locks of Love bridge where you can like lock your love in with this giant like old timey lock from like the prisons back in the day. They have a
lock.
Yeah, and they have like a Hell's Creek that goes through, and there's a sign that says, please don't litter or pee in this river. It's going through hell right now. So like really cool, clever stuff like that. Just lots of really cool stuff.
Puns throughout the city.
Puns everywhere. And the store itself is just insane with puns. And there's so many t-shirts you can get. There is a Screams ice cream place where they have something called the Grave Digger, which is a coffin, and they fill it with ice cream, and you have to finish it. And if you finish it, they give you a death certificate with your name on it.
I'm gonna say if you finish it, they kill you.
Yeah, they kill you. Yeah.
Kill you
off of his head.
Yeah. You stupid idiot. Why did you finish it?
Yeah. And then they even have
I'd vote for you, Jason.
Oh, is that Jason Freer? Hey,
yeah,
Jason. Yeah. Being the mayor of hell would be cool, but I'm better suited for the mayor of Dorky, Ontario. Yeah. So they have a thing called the littering ground or something too, where you can actually pay $50 to spread someone's ashes in hell, which is like really cool. And people go and do their pets there and stuff like that too. And then they have a chapel where you can actually get married in hell. And their slogan is, if you get married in hell, there's nowhere you can go but up.
You gotta focus. You gotta zoom out sometimes to see where you are. Look at where you're at.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Keep it in
and the funny thing is, sorry, go ahead.
Real quick, because we're kind of walking away from the whole thing, but you need a sign for that creek where you're telling people not to pee. You said, we don't swim in your toilet, so please don't pee in our creek.
Yeah. And then so there's
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Also, the thing for the chapel is it says if it doesn't stick the first time, your second one's on us. So like if a marriage doesn't last and then someone comes back and gets remarried there, they get it for free. So that's kind of a funny thing too.
Hey, that could be a bargain.
Ain't so bad.
That's two weddings for the price of one, right? And then they were chasing me around at one point with these like picket signs that say like impeach the mayor or whatever. And I'm like, what the hell did I do?
That's some bullshit. Already? What did you do?
I know. That's what I was saying. Like, what the hell did I do? And nothing apparently, because when they read you off the thing that says basically you're being impeached, it says, you didn't meet our expectations and whatever. And, this might have been an amazing day for you, but for us, it's just another day in hell.
Damn.
And then they sign it and they singe it with like, a
wax
lighter or something like that. And then they like stamp the back of your t-shirt and it says like impeached. So you have like mayor of hell and then it says impeached in big red letters across the back.
No, fucking January 6th their ass. Fuck that. Go back. Take back your throne. Fuck them. They're wrong.
You grab the big goat head off the wall and
it's coming with me. This city was shit till I got here 10 minutes ago.
It's
Speaking of goat head, there you go. Satanic temple.
Oh, there we go. And I got to answer the other question. So hell does freeze over because it's in the area in like northern Michigan where not northern, but central Michigan where it does get cold. So
definitely freezes over. higher toward. They're closer to the pole than me.
Yeah.
Man, that
Yeah.
polar vortex sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait for that polar vortex this year. Hope nobody's standing outside doing nothing, bothering Chicago. Be a real shame if that negative 40 kicks in, big dog.
Yeah. I was in Chicago in May one year, and it was like a sleet storm. I was like, "What?
Ouch.
Where is this coming from?"
I apologize.
Well, that's okay.
Our weather is temperamental as shit. We can't control it.
No, that's okay. But my wife was super pregnant, and I'm like,
here?
Huh?
Say again?
Have you been here? We literally have a saying: if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I've never been to BC. I've never actually been west of Ontario. So.
Oh wow.
I know I need to come out that way. I really want to.
You really
do
do.
Some friends and stuff.
The Earth is flat. Neil is not actually that far west.
He's
true. In a sound stage in Florida.
That's right.
We're just surrounded by ice, the whole world.
Ice.
The ice ring.
Wait, what? We don't have ice up here. We have frozen water, but we don't have ice.
That's true. They might be some of the people standing on the street in Chicago.
Out here, come on, open your door so I can arrest you. And then they're just getting the finger through the window. Like, you're dumb, go away.
It reminds me of the Jesus meme when he's knocking the door, like, come out before I, or what is it? Before I do something, and then it says, what are you
I've come here to save you.
I've come here to save you. Yeah.
Save
you from what I'm going to do to you.
If you don't open the door.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah. I've seen that.
But yeah, so when it was sleeting in Chicago, I was basically pushing my pregnant wife from behind to try and get her to go to this donut shop that I really wanted to go to. And it's like, she's like, do we really have to go? I'm like, yes, I really want to go to this donut shop. It was called the Donut Vault. I don't think it's there anymore, but it was like an old bank. And then they pull out all these, like, they open a vault and they open up all these things, and it's like donuts instead of money.
That's so
it's like
cool.
I don't think it's there anymore, though. They used to have it, and then they had made it into like a truck that would go around or whatever, and I think it just completely died out. Because the last time I went to Chicago last year, they didn't have it anymore, so I was kind of bummed.
That sucks.
Yeah,
all
these cool things, they lose it.
We lost a lot of cool restaurants after COVID.
Yeah, and this was before COVID. This is 2018, I think.
Yeah, like anything that was like sort of niche, that whole like no customers for 2.5-3 months. They just had to pack it up. So
yeah, that's
a lot of them are coming back though. A little bit different, but trying again now that some time has passed.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, because you did lose a few cool things. I think everyone lost a lot of cool stuff during COVID, but and some stuff I guess was created during COVID that is kind of cool. Certain ways to do things and whatever, but.
AI to like take everyone's job. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
You're taking my job.
Not yet. Wait till I get this body to work. I will get into that lab. I'm like, Fume Hood. We're not buying Fume Hoods anymore, Neil. We got this Amazon robot that's about to come in here and just fucking raw dog these chemicals to the face. Don't even have to just stand right next to him.
Well, in the oil lab, we got a fume hood, but in the antifreeze lab, we don't have a fume hood. There's no need for one there.
Living recklessly. They said they don't need it.
The harshest thing we have is like a 1% hydrochloric acid. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it's like, it's nothing.
might trim your beard a little bit, but.
No, not even. Like,
what do you fear?
It's 0.8, I think, percent.
What do you fear more, an acid or a base?
Depends on how much of each
on the skin
you're talking about. Well, what, like, are we talking a full, like, what pH levels are we talking here? All the way down and all the way up? Because each of them is just as fucking bad.
Right. So which one am I going to put on you first? I mean, in hypothetical.
Well, if you can catch me, then you can make up your own mind. But I'll be running.
Turn around, Neil.
I'm just picturing on Fight Club when he kisses his hand and then pours a lye on it. Yeah.
This is a chemical burn.
This is a chemical burn, yeah.
Lie's no good.
Yeah.
Hydrochloric acid or lye? I think I'll take the acid.
Mm-hmm. I always think of the original Batman, like, well, not original, but Michael Keaton's Batman. I always think of that when I think of acid. So I'm always like,
from the Joker? Or Two-Face.
That was Joker. It was Jack Nicholson.
Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did
Two-Face
do the
also had
acid
an
thing twice,
acid
huh?
thing. Yeah.
I guess
Two-Face
Two-Face was
also.
also,
Yes.
but it was acid in his face during a courtroom thing or something, wasn't it, for that one? Because he was a lawyer, Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
Harvey,
Yeah.
the I believe Harvey Dent stickers was the best rollout for any movie that I have ever seen. I was like, who the fuck is Harvey Dent running for Gotham? What the? That was sick. That was sick.
You know what? I wish Billy D. Williams got to be Two-Face because he was supposed to be the original Two-Face. Because he was Harvey Dent in the original, like in the 1989 Batman movie, and he was promised in his contract that he would have been Two-Face. So that would have been really cool to see him as Two-Face.
Yeah,
I agree. 100% agree. That sounds amazing. I would have liked to watch that movie.
Yeah, and Robin Williams was supposed to be the Riddler, so that would have been really cool too. Like we missed out on so many things in like an alternate universe. You know,
Jim Carrey did a great job, but
he did.
I do need to see the B side of the Robin Williams. I would like to see both movies and then evaluate from there.
We need the Mandela effect to come in effect. You know, we need to have like Shazam with Sinbad. You know what? I swear I saw that movie, and I'm not even lying. Like,
it's real. He's trolling everyone.
He's got to be trolling everybody. They got to have destroyed those tapes or something because I have seen that movie. Yeah. When I was a kid, I went to the movie store all the time, and it was all on. I saw it every day in my life, and I would always, I rented it one time. I swear. My mom even remembers it.
Sinbad was only in like 3 movies for us, for us of that generation, and it was like the first kid where he threw the giant spitball against the kid like that. Like there was that movie, there was the Genie movie, and then what was the other one? Like one of the Home Alones.
It was the Jingle All the Way, right? With
Arnie,
with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
those are my wife's cookies.
So we were. It was like, and then he was on a different world on the TV show. So it was like, and then he did stand up. Don't try to gaslight. And he kind of let it slip one time in one interview, but he's like, I just kind of go with it and I let people. I was like, don't fucking do that, man. This is my reality is shifting when you act like you didn't do something. And it was on like
get to the sleigh.
Get to the sleigh.
Rudolph, come on.
Use the red nose.
The presents are getting cold.
And then Sinbad, Santa, you gotta get this sleigh going. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get those reindeer going. I
love Sinbad.
That's a funny movie.
He was actually not too far away from me doing a show,
really?
and I should have went and saw it. And then he had
he's doing bad now, right?
Yeah, then his health went, and I was like, oh my god, I should have went. Yeah. But I think
it's sad to see pictures of him right now. He's like in a wheelchair or something, or he's on like I don't know. He's
unfortunately, health is health, man. And that shit always sucks.
Yeah.
We have a super chat, Neil.
Oh,
I can't find it.
Oh, I see it. Hail Neil, Mikey, Steve, and the Mandela effect. Woo!
Thanks, my unfinished song. I don't have my normal air horns.
Neil,
there we go.
Mandela effect. Well, thank you very much, my unfinished song, for the $2.22. Take it.
3/4 666. So there you go.
Yeah, even that little bit helps.
1/3.
Just FYI.
I suck with math. So.
The magic number of the magic number.
There we go.
That's right.
The magic ratio of the magic number. There you go. So I think the final kind of, or like getting towards the wrap up thing. So like, if you could go back to believer you, well, quasi believer you, what would be the thing that you would like whisper in their ear and be like, yo, this, to help them out?
I think I would just say, let it ride, because I was able to kind of pull my way through it. And I think that one of the greatest gifts we can give people is the ability to just live their life and see it through, because, a lot of times people are getting influenced by the outside to do certain things or say certain things or whatever. And I think that a lot of times if they would just listen to themselves and listen to what their own mind is saying behind the scenes, like, I don't really believe this stuff, let that ride, let that sit, and let that sizzle. And I think that a lot of people would be able to pull themselves out of those situations. I mean, there's obviously going to be people that need some help, and that's what I'm there for with recovering from religion. But for myself, it's like the ability to put my own foundation together, to put every single brick in my own foundation, was a huge gift that I was given, just being able to be a free thinker. So I would allow myself to go through that again, and I would encourage other people to let their friends and family and children be free thinkers. I think that's, it's free thinkers with a small f. It's not a capital F, right? Free thinking is just something anyone can do. It doesn't matter what your belief system is.
It's a verb.
It's a verb. Yeah. So
I looked it up, and Sinbad had a stroke. So
that's what it was. Okay.
But he says he's going to be making some more public appearances. So, and he's thanking his fans for all the support. So
we need Jingle All the Way too. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So.
Yo, him and Arnie getting back together would be so goddamn funny, because Arnie looks like the California Raisin Man, and but he's still hilarious. That would be great. Do it.
He's been putting out some good videos lately, actually. So
that's right.
Jason Freer also said in the chat that he remembers Ed McMahon pitched Publishers Clearinghouse. He never ever worked for Publishers Clearinghouse.
Really?
However, he worked for American Family Publishers. So that's why people get the two confused.
Okay.
And yes, he did give away checks for their what do you call it, raffles or whatever the hell it was, but that's it.
One of the sorry, go ahead, Mikey.
My unfinished doc says, Mikey, don't ignore persistent questions. Like and share the stream instead. You're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right. I have to give it to you.
One of the Mandela effect things too was the Berenstein Bears. So it's not Berenstein, it's Berenstain, and I didn't realize that throughout my entire childhood.
Want to know how many times I was called the Bernstein Bears? Because I'm being Bernstein. You're one of the Bernstein Bears. I go, first of all, it's Berenstain, not Bernstein, you nipple. Actually, no, wait, nipples are useful. Except on men.
Don't tell me how I can and cannot use my nipple. Don't tell them they have no utility.
That's great.
How else will I... I would just like to say that Neil's part of this conspiracy. Don't believe him. It was Bears. They did change it on us. Don't listen to Neil.
It was named after Neil.
Bernstein Bears.
They were the Bernstein Bears, and Neil's part of the conspiracy.
Books were published before I was even born.
So when he
AJ
was
said
born,
that
they told him, "This is our conspiracy, okay?" And he's like, "All right."
AJ said that she needs to go to hell someday, and don't worry, I'll be your tour guide through hell when you come this way.
There you go.
That's jacked up that they had people with signs already waiting. It's like you was mayor. It's like, how did you get a sign that quick?
You know what? If I lived in hell, it would be amazing. I would be one of the ones with the pitchforks. I'd be one of the ones with the picket signs. I'd blast that mayor for sure.
I'm running for mayor of hell.
You should. It's amazing.
Do it.
And one of the cool things too, is that nope, lost it. Completely lost it.
It happens to me all the time. It's an aging
cool stuff,
thing, I think. Maybe you can remember it, and you'll be able to talk about it in the after party.
Maybe, yes, maybe.
So, with that being said, folks, this has been the interview part of the show. We do take a bit of a break between the two shows, so you can go do a bio break, grab a snack, grab a refill, whatever it is you want to do. But again, let me remind you that there are some fantastic links below. You can check out all of Steve's work and things that he does for our community. And you'll be amazed because there's some really cool stuff. And once again, check out this book if you can. It's available on Amazon. You can also get the audiobook version. I have both myself. So definitely do that because I've started reading it and it's really, really good. And there's some really, really good insights in there as well. So, but Steve, thanks so much for joining Mikey and me for today's show, man. It's been an absolute. I've been looking forward to it for a while. So,
yeah, no,
everybody like the video right now. We are at 22 watching and 7 likes. I have been too nice. I have been too kind. I have been too meek. This is my fault. Like the goddamn video right now. I am not playing with you. I trusted you. I trusted you guys to do it without me yelling at you. Now you're getting yelled at. Like it right now.
It helps the
Thank you.
algorithm too, right?
Yeah. You like it.
And let's
right
face
now.
it, atheist content seems to be getting pushed down quite a bit on YouTube. So
Yeah,
if we want our messages out there, we got to start doing stuff like that. So that's why I try to hop in as many different streams as I can and smash that like button.
Thank you. We're up to 16 already. So it'll in the lag, everybody will catch up. Thank you. Please, we gotta stay on top of that, or else they will squish us, like Neil was just saying, down into the nothings.
I wouldn't want to admit that I was an atheist.
That's
I never believed in God. I always believed in me.
Can't explain why my hands are so small.
I had a COVID test. It was the most positive. No one's ever had a more positive test than me.
If God's real, why are my hands so small?
Oh shit. All right, well, that's the show for today, folks. If you guys liked what you saw, like he said, hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed, why not hit the subscribe button? You can also become a member, which does help out the show. But I'll be honest with you, just being here in the chat and hanging out with us is really all it takes to help out the show. Yeah, so thanks everybody in the chat for hanging out with us. And once again, thanks to our guest, Steve Ghikadis down here. And we will be in the after party. If you want to be a part of it, just let Mike or myself know, and we'll get you a link and you can jump and hang out with us for an hour and a bit or whatever it is.
Yeah, can't wait. Hope to see you all in there. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, until then, guys, like I always say at the end of the interview, like the late, great Christopher Hitchens once said, it's called faith because it's not knowledge. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
See ya.